President Surbarishvili, Salome, welcome to NATO. It's a great pleasure and honor to welcome you here at the NATO headquarters. And Georgia is really a highly valued partner of NATO. And let me start by congratulating you on your recent elections. It's a great honor to meet with you here at the headquarters of our alliance. Georgia makes strong contributions to our shared security. You are one of the largest troop contributors to our training mission in Afghanistan. You also contribute to the NATO response force. And in March, you will host the joint NATO-Georgia exercise with the participation of 17 NATO allies. All of this demonstrates that Georgia is a unique partner of the alliance, and that our partnership is getting even closer. At our meeting today, we agreed to continue working together to prepare Georgia for NATO membership. The substantial NATO-Georgia package is already strengthening our country's defenses, your country's defenses, including with our joint training center. We also welcome the progress you are making on reforms, including on more effective security and defense institutions and modernizing your armed forces. I encourage you to continue on this path, and I welcome your commitment to match the NATO guideline of spending 2% of GDP on defense. NATO fully supports Georgia's territorial integrity within its internationally recognized borders, which includes the regions of Abkhazia and South Ossetia. We call on Russia to end its recognition of and withdraw its forces from both regions. NATO and Georgia also share concerns about Russia's military buildup in the Black Sea region, and we are stepping up our cooperation at sea, including with training for Georgian Coast Guard boarding teams, more cooperation between Georgian and NATO naval forces, and cooperation between Georgia's Joint Maritime Operations Center and NATO's Maritime Command. So, Madam President, thank you again for being here. NATO's partnership with Georgia makes us all safer and all more secure, and I look forward to working with you as Georgia moves closer to NATO membership. So once again, welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Secretary General. This is my first foreign trip to Brussels, and my visit here during this first foreign trip is another demonstration of how important our links with NATO are. Our path towards integration into NATO is. That's not only my choice, this reflects the choice of the Georgian nation, of the Georgian population. It's why we have enshrined in the Georgian constitution this Georgian commitment to enter NATO and the EU, and that remains a top foreign policy priority, and it will be one of the priorities of my mandate for 6 years. So I'm very hopeful that during that mandate I will be as successful as one of my women predecessors in the Baltic region. I'm very thankful for all the support that Georgia has received from you, Mr. Secretary General, personally, and from this organization. Our path towards integration has been a very successful one, which has provided Georgia with more security, more readiness for its armed forces, modernization. What you have mentioned now, what is going to be done for the Coast Guards is something that is extremely important in the new environment that is the one of Georgia. Also, it's very important the support that we received to the territorial integrity, to the sovereignty of Georgia at a time when we have two territories that are occupied, when we have this occupying line, which is a constant reminder of a very tense situation, one that is a constant pressure on the population that is living on this close to the occupying line, but also for the rest of the population, because you cannot be forgetting what is there so close, even so close from our capital city. Georgia has proven not only its determination, but that it's a very reliable partner and a very capable partner of NATO. We are delivering, sometimes more than other members, on the requirements of the requisites of the 2%. We have also spending now 20% on modernization of our equipment, which is another request. So Georgia is really trying to be a model partner for NATO, and we are also taking note of the increased professionalism and dedication of our military servicemen, and thanks also to the operations we are contributing to, because that is a two-way road. We are contributing, we are financially also contributing, but we're getting also quite a lot in exchange. We are actively engaged on the issues of Black Sea security. It's so close to us, and we need certainly more security, more stability in the Black Sea. We have enough of having one border that is a border of tension and sometimes confrontation. So it's very important for us that Black Sea be a sea of stability and security, and one that unites us with the European Union and our partners on the other side of the Black Sea. We have discussed the very intensive program that we have this year. In 2019, we are going to receive, as you mentioned, Georgia NATO exercise, the military committee, your visit. All of that is extremely important to making NATO very visible in Georgia for the Georgian population, and also for all the issues that we're going to discuss at that occasion. So thank you also for these very concrete signals that we are receiving in that matter. I hope that Georgia will be able to celebrate together with NATO in Washington the 70th anniversary of NATO, and we are standing ready to do more, to be more cooperative, and to progress together with you in the path that will lead to our further integration and to our final integration. Thank you very much, Mr. Secretary General.